Part 2, Saturday night. This is what was happening. Triple CD release party. So, of course, I couldn't miss that. And of the bands, technically I'd only seen 2 of them before, Sumatra and Zenith Waves. But Coffin Rot I knew of. There's a guy named Will, who's been in countless bands. He also is one of the guys at 1459 Studios here in the cities, where pretty much every single metal record has been recorded. It's kind of insane. And this was and Coffin Rot is a new band. It's kind of like a local death metal supergroup, kind of. For those more in the know than I, because I don't know who all the other members are. But that's what I've been told. Will is the only guy that I know. But this was their Minnesota debut. They played a couple shows in Wisconsin previous to this, including Friday night. They were in Chippewa Falls at Everybody's Bar. Is that in Chippewa Falls? Or Ed's No Name Bar? One of the two. One of those. But, so this was their Minnesota debut. So yeah, felt the need. Got out, went to a metal show. Spent way too much money on merch, but that's what happens. So, first band up, Wolfmask, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it because it is spelled with 2 V's. They came out, they were the first band up, and they came out, and I don't know, see that? But, CDs, and when I loaded the CD onto my computer, the Coroner's Opinion, because this obviously doesn't have any sort of insert. It was just the CD, not even the case, the spindle of them. And a stack of stickers and some buttons, and kind of said, pay what you want. They had the top of the CD spindle overturned, pay what you want. So I think I gave them like $5 for the sticker and the button CD. But of course, pop it in to load it on my computer so I can put it on my phone so I can listen to it. And a bit, obviously, since it's literally just a burned CDR with Sharpie written, it didn't recognize it. So I went on to Bandcamp to get the song titles, and they were listed as a punk band, which I found interesting because it sounded like metal to me, except all the songs were like 2.5 minutes long, which I kind of dug. I kind of like that. Because sometimes, and I'm not saying all the times, I'm saying it's annoying, I'm just saying sometimes metal bands do get a little bit long in the tooth with some of their songs. They, go the route of Metallica, circa either And Justice for All or post Saint Anger, where every song is a 7, 8, 9 minute song. It's just that's too much. So these are short little bursts, impressive bursts. I mean, it was heavy. It was I don't even know. I mean, kind of punky, kind of thrashy, kind of heavy. It was just good. It was good. These guys are good, and they made the announcement Saturday night that they just got signed to was it Zero Budget? Must have been Zero Budget. Zero Budget Records. So hopefully another release will be in the works. That'd be awesome because these guys are kind of killer. So look them up. Wolfmask. That's easy to read. Wolfmask spelled with 2 V's instead of a W. So that was first band up. First of 5. Second band up. Reflection of Flesh from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I have to be honest, when these guys first got on stage, I looked at them and kind of said, I don't know if I'm going to like these guys, because they looked very, very kind of aggro and very, you know. And they started playing, and it was, music was heavy, but again, in that, what I kind of call aggro rock kind of style. But then the singer said some things which kind of turned my head a little bit. I mean, first of all, he's talking about one of their songs is about the heroin problem in Milwaukee, and about Big Pharma, and they're very anti-Big Pharma, they're very anti-government, which I'm like, okay, I mean, you know. And at one point, the singer, Dustin, I believe his name is, mentioned that he was like, you know, okay, I'm going to tell you three things. Yes, Dustin Moon. I'm going to tell you three things. One, work hard. Hard work hard, you can achieve anything. Just, you know, go out and do it. If you see something you want, just go out and get it. Second thing, government is putting poison in the water. And third thing is, I believe in aliens, and so should you. So I'm like, okay, this guy might be all right. He has his convictions, and he thinks about what he wants to, but, you know, he doesn't take himself all that seriously. And actually later, after their set, I went over to, he had turned my head, and I'm like, okay, I'll give these guys a shot and, you know, throw some money at them. So about the City of Filth. And why is that so? Okay, we're just gonna see if that helps. No, not auto adjustment. Okay. Is that better? No, that's not much better. So City of Filth. Reflection of Flesh. But just talking to him a little bit when I was, and I mean, he was talking with this other guy too, but I mean, he just, I could feel that he was just, you know, a cool guy and kind of down to earth and everything. So, yeah, that kind of stayed in my mind, and I mean, I'll have to listen to it. I mean, obviously they played a lot of it that night and whatever, but so yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how it holds up upon further listenings. Next up is a band I've seen a couple times now, and introduced me. I was almost Captain Kirkish, and introduced me to a genre of music I didn't know existed, probably like a year ago, and that's a band called Saimathwa. This is their new album, and which is instrumental metal sans lyrics. And the first time I encountered this, there was actually, was there 3 bands on that bill, or maybe within like a week I saw like 3 instrumental metal bands. Saimathwa being one of them, Zenith Waves being one of them, and then a band called Constants and Variables. All 3 of them are really cool. You should check out all of them. The musicianship on all 3 of these bands is through the frickin' roof. Tony Lent, the drummer for Saimathwa, got Drum of the Year at the Medis this year. Well deserved, because the dude is a frickin' monster, and a really nice guy to beat. I mean, you know. So they came up and pretty much said, yeah, we're just going to do the new album. So there you go. And played it, and there you go. And yeah, I mean, not a lot said. Not a lot need to be said. They're a trio, guitar, bass, drums, and just awesome. And I rebought, because I have this shirt, though I have it in a size. This is the 2XO. I think I have it in either a regular extra large or a large, but it's just a little bit too small for me still at this point. So now I had to rebuy it because it was the only shirt they had in 2XL. But now I have it and I can actually wear it. So thank you. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one. Maybe I'll turn it into a patch like I do with everything else. So they were awesome, and you should check them out. They have 2 albums. This is their 2nd album. All of it's really good. Again, all these bands are on, all the platforms, YouTube and Facebook and Bandcamp and probably all their own websites and whatnot. I just go to Facebook because that's usually where they have everything listed. So, next band up was the band I think that pretty much everybody was waiting to see, which was Coffin Rot. And I was talking to, kind of hanging out with Natalie Quirk, Midwest Metal Promotions, doing what she's got to do up in St. Cloud. She came to the show, and I was talking to her, and she was embarrassed on how excited she was to see Coffin Rot again because she saw them the previous night and was so blown away that she was, so, to the point of embarrassment how much she wanted to see them again. Because she was saying it's hard to be a death metal band that doesn't sound like all the other death metal bands. She was saying that the one of the things that set these guys apart was their vocalist, Drew Thomas, who not only has the growls and the shrieks of death metal, also has some black metal qualities. More of a, I don't even know how to describe it, but a quality in between those two that cuts through, and that's kind of the differentiating factor with these guys. So, bought their CD. Actually, and this just feeds into my addiction. When you go up there and you're like, okay, I like those shirts. Those are cool. They had 3 shirts. I like all the shirts. I don't know which one. I definitely want to get a CD. They had patches. So I'm like, damn it. But then you go down to the end of their list, and of course they have the everything bundle, all 3 shirts, and the patch, and the CD, and they threw in a button, if you can see that. Been into buttons lately. Need something else to put them on, but I'm digging the buttons. So I was like, you know what, damn it, I'm just going to get that because I can't decide. So, what's this? Retribution Divine. This is the album. This is their first album. And again, they played probably the majority of it. And yeah, another just absolutely killer. Just killer band. Another one to look out for because I have a feeling they're going to do great things, even though every member of this band is in other bands and whatnot. There's a patch. But yeah, they kind of blew me away. They were good. Worth all the hype. So there's one of the t-shirts. So I have Coffin Rot t-shirts for freaking days. There's another one. That one I kind of like, the whole bloody zombie thing. And then I believe this one is just the previous one, just in plain black and white. So I might have to make one of these sleeveless. I'm not sure which one. Maybe the black and white one. Just because I have 3. And I might as well. So yeah, they were very, very cool. So look out for them. And again, all the bands that I talk about, you should just go and like and subscribe and check them out for yourself, because you might like them, you might not like them, you might agree with me, you might disagree, doesn't matter. So last band up of the night was these guys, Zenith Ways. This is their second release, I believe. I should have grabbed all this stuff, but I think their first release was just an EP. again, let's consult the old computer man or woman, whichever way you want to go. Go into that folder and we reverse that, blah, blah, blah. Nope, nope. Oh, can we just do that and do that? There we go. Yeah, so they're self-titled. Yeah, that was just a three-song EP, which contains 2 of the songs on here. All 3. Interesting. Maybe that was just like a sampler or something. Anyway. Or they just recorded those 3 and then decided just to put them on the album. Anyway, so they technically have 2 releases, but all of the ones in the first album are on this album. So, yeah. These guys, again, really good. They're a 4-piece. First time I saw them, I don't remember them being a 4-piece. I mean, I remember the drummer and the one guitar player and the bass player. I don't remember the second guitar player. He might have been there, and I just missed it. But, again, these guys are good. You should check them out. A little bit more, I would say, traditional. When you think instrumental, hard rock or metal instrumental, you think a lot of guitar pyrotechnics and whatnot. These guys do a lot more of that than Samathwa does. Samathwa is more about creating atmosphere and like groove. These guys are a little bit more wanky. And I mean, not in a bad way, not like an Yngwie Malmsteen kind of way. But just good. Yeah, I mean, they're good. They're solid. The drummer is awesome. And they finally have t-shirts. And they put this out, and I'm like, they were like, who wants one? And I'm like, me please. So that is the cover of the album. This is also their backdrop in different colors. But yeah, that is an awesome shirt right there. And it's nice and soft, so I'll be wearing the crap out of that one, I'm sure. And spreading the word, again, of all these bands. Because as I've drilled it into your heads continuously over and over and over and over and over again, you like a band, you go see them, you buy some of their shit. You support them, you keep them going, you keep them recording and doing shows and all that fun stuff. And then once you buy a shirt or a button or a patch, what have you, you wear it out in the world. And maybe people will ask, hey, what's that about? And you'd be like, oh, this is Blood War. They're an awesome band from St. Paul. And you should check them out if you like heavy music. And if you don't, well, you should check them out anyway, because that's what we do. Okay, now I'm just rambling. And then, this looks like a good show. I might have to go to this. This is the one weekend in August. And this is a, oh, this is a Thursday. I don't think I can go to this, damn it. Because I believe that is the night of the Outlaw Saint show at Club Underground with the Rumors and Rebel Queens. I think that's the night as well. Oh well. So if you're not going to that and want to feel like heading down the Hexagon, we have Macabre, who I've seen, who are pretty freaking cool. Grave Slaves, who I think I've seen at some point. My buddy's Blood War. And Moloch, who I don't think I've seen. But it's the Hexagon. It should be a good show. I believe that is the night. Let me just double check, because I know you guys love when I have to go onto Facebook and check stuff. Okay, we're just gonna go there, and we're gonna go there, because I believe that August 9th is the night of the Outlaw Saint show, which I promised Tank that I would be at. So, yes, that is the same night. So, So, but this is like a good show. Or if you want less of a metal vibe and more of a rock vibe, you can come down to the Club Underground over Northeast and see the Rumors and Outlaw Saint and Rebel Queens. That's where I will be. For those watching, I have a show coming up this Saturday, the 28th, at the South St. Paul VFW. It is with my new punk band, Strike 13, and it is our guitar player Timmy's birthday show. It's his birthday on Monday, but it's the birthday show. He's in two of the bands that are playing because he's in two bands. And actually, the bass player in Strike 13 is in both bands as well. Come to think of it. So it's Strike 13, us, we're opening. Then a band called the Stabatours, who I haven't seen live. I've heard them because they practice in the basement of where Strike 13 practices. So I have heard them through the floor. And they're really good. I know their drummer, a guy named Cam, a guy I've known for a few years. And then, to close it out, it's Timmy's other band, his original band, Blank Space. So, but it's a free show. It starts at probably 8 o'clock, I would assume. So yeah, if you're not doing anything Saturday and feel like going to South St. Paul, coming out. So that's all I got going on. My August is going to be busy Sal, and I will do a video about that later. Probably next Sunday. Yeah, probably next Sunday I'll do that. And fill you all in on what I'm doing in August because it's going to be kind of busy. But I hope you all had a great weekend and are prepared for the week. I know I am not, but I will be because we suffer through and that's what we do. So yeah, so just, keep on keeping on, and we will talk to you later. Bye.